Well, I think our aim really when we set out to do this was to give primary school teachers something that would really help them to assess and give feedback to and support their pupils in their reading and their writing. And what we've worked out for the reading was we made a system developed really on Marie Clay's reading record system, whereby you let the children read aloud a certain amount of text, you use some kind of coding, and then you notice what % of the words seem to be easy for the child, so the teacher's able to give a feedback on if this is the right level for the child and what particular problems they have. So what we have in the handbook is we have this set of codes, we have the whole system laid out clearly, and we give advice to teachers on how to use it and how to further develop their reading. So we think that there's quite a lot in here about developing pupils' reading and giving assessment. For the writing, what we did was we made a framework, which a set of descriptors which I'm holding up here, but you probably can't see very well, but it's related to the Common European Framework, and it describes pupils' writing at this age, upper primary school, from below the level of A1 up to about above B1, and it's divided into not only levels but in between levels. And this is really made by looking at the writing of primary school children and seeing how they develop. So it's very closely linked to the actual development we found. And what we find is that teachers who take in a piece of writing, they're able to make a profile, something like this, on the computer. They can isolate the part of the framework that applies to that child, so the child doesn't need to see levels very much higher than where they're at. It also gives a basis for constructive feedback for them. So that the child, by keeping these records over time, the children and their parents and the teachers can see how they've progressed, and also they can see what their particular strengths and weaknesses are. And in the handbook we show very clearly how to use this. We give more advice on writing, what kind of tasks are suitable at different levels, and we actually also give an outline of how to give a workshop on this, so the teacher trainers can use this with groups of teachers. So I hope that sums up the added value. I think what's very important about this is that we've managed to capture the European framework levels, but we've adapted them very much to this learner group.